All right, let's start this. I got a lot to say. Let me start with a little story. Years ago, a couple, 3 years ago, uh, fellow author Tom Duffy turned me on to Jordan Harper, um, one of his books. I read it, loved it. I love crime fiction, love crime thrillers, love noir, and it was gritty. It was just great. And I immediately read everything else he had out. I read all of his books. I read his short story collection. Loved all of it. Huge fan, and just been a fan ever since. There's Mr. Harper in the corner with his new look, his mustache. Hey, mustache. And so I went to Bouchercon this year, and Jordan Harper was there, and I was. It was one of those authors for me that I I wanted to meet a lot, but I was nervous about it, and I haven't had that a lot. There's a lot of authors that I've run into over the years that I'm a huge fan of, but I'm not like really, I don't know, weird about it. I guess for some reason Jordan Harper was there. I was like a little weird, and all of a sudden, me and my wife were just sitting on upstairs on the second floor in a couple of comfortable chairs, and here comes Jordan Harper comes by, and I just said, I gotta get a picture. I gotta get a picture. So I jumped. I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Harper, can I get a picture?" And he was like, "Of course, yeah." He's real nice. I asked him about the mustache. We joked around a little bit, and then I said, um, "Hey, when's the new book coming out?" Because in case you don't know, at Bouchercon they give away a ton. I mean, there's an entire section of ARCs, advanced reader copies, anthologies, all different stuff that all the publishers will give, and basically you get three or four. You get tickets with your once you sign in to Bouchercon, and you get to just basically grab three or four books, whatever a number of tickets you have, which is awesome. So I go through and I'm like, all right, I want the new Jordan Harper. Like that was the book I was looking for. Unfortunately, the only one they had was I think Everybody Knows, and I was like, all right, I've already read this. I already have a print copy of this. So when I took a picture of him, I said to him, "Hey, when's the new book coming out?" I was hoping that there would be an arc here and everything. He's like, "Yeah, they were trying to get it. It just didn't work out." He's like, "Do me a favor, like tomorrow, hit me up if you see me because I might be able to get you a copy." And I was like, "Yeah, no, okay, yeah, cool." And I was like, "Holy crap! Jordan Harper is going to get me a copy of his book." It's one of those. I believe it when I see it. He seems like a really nice guy. Who knows? So the next day, at some point, I see him walking, and I stopped him. He was hanging out with Ace Atkins. Him and Ace Atkins were talking, who is a big dude. I'm also a fan of his. And I said, "Hey, I'm just wondering." He's like, "All right." And like he didn't even like I was like I was gonna "Hey, I talked to you yesterday," and give him the whole thing. He immediately knew who I was. He takes a business card out of his pocket and he says, "Listen, we couldn't get ARCs in, but here is basically the publicist or whatever from the publisher, and email her, let her know you talked to me, and let her know you want a copy." And I'm like, "You know what? Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much." So I'm all excited. Um, I thought about it for hours, and finally, like the next morning, I'm like, I'm just gonna message her now. I can't. Why wait to get home? Why wait till Monday morning? I message. She gets right back to me. Awesome. And basically, she's like, "Oh yeah, Jordan said he talked to you. I can give you an ebook, you know, EPUB version of it in the next couple weeks, or I know he said you were excited about a print copy. I said I would love a print copy. I will wait because then I will also do an unboxing video, which I did. You can find that here. And then I will also do a review video on my YouTube. And oh, great, great. Here is my review video for this book, A Violent Masterpiece. It was just awful. No, I'm kidding. This is already, that's coming out April 2026. This is already my book of the year for next year. This is a high bar that has been set for this book. It's easily his best work, and I would put all of his books in the short story collection. I would put him in probably like top 20, 25 of my books all time. That's how much I love this author, and can't wait to see what's next. And you say that, and I'm an author, and that's always an encouraging and an annoying thing to say to an author. Hey, when's the next one coming out? Well, literally, it just came out today. So let me write the next one. The three main characters are awesome. I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm not going to give you the synopsis of the book, any of that. I think that a book review that way is I don't like. As an author, I don't like it. And as a reader, I don't like it. I don't want you to give me the synopsis. You know what I could do? I could read the back of the book. I could read the Amazon subscription. You know what I'm saying? So this has got serial killer vibes. This has got a, the one of the main characters, Gibson, is a lawyer who helps people, and he's always basically getting crapped on. And he uncovers something. He kind of stumbles into a world he had no idea existed. Jake, who is a great character. I'm sure Jordan Harper did a lot of research on all of these different characters. He is basically, he runs Creepy Crawl, which drives around Los Angeles and shows like, hey, this is where so-and-so died. Hey, we're going to go to a, I got my police scanner. Hey, there's a shooting right now in wherever. We're going to go down to Ventura Boulevard and see if we can film something. And he sells pictures and videos to the tabloid. And this is very much like if you ever saw that Jake Gyllenhaal, I think it's Nightcrawler. I think it's actually the thing. I mean, that's what they call these people, Nightcrawlers. It's that. It's like that. Like, each of these three characters could have had their own book, and it would have been a phenomenal book. So he's kind of caught up in that world. And then you have Kara, who basically does anything for the rich and famous, puts together drug parties, orgies, all kinds of stuff. She works for a company that has a client list that's the who's who in Hollywood, the who's who in the richest people in the world type of thing. And basically she makes their quote unquote dreams come true. And so she's caught in all this. And then on the underneath of all of this, we have a serial killer out there. And it's just, I could read these characters sitting, one of them sitting in a coffee shop talking for 100 pages, and I would be mesmerized. The writing is so good. The way he describes the streets of, midnight in Los Angeles type of things, with all the other things. Like, Jordan Harper lived some of this, or he knows people who live some of this. He's in the TV movie business, and he's met these characters. He's written up these characters. I mean, I've never done drugs in my life. I'll be honest with you, never smoked weed, nothing. But there's a chapter in here where they talk about this drug party, and his name is, I'm like, I don't even know what half this stuff is. I had to look stuff up. I'm probably on an FBI watch list now. And I'm like, holy crap, there's some crazy stuff I never even thought of out there. Like, this is a world I'm not used to, which is great. As a reader, you want to be put into other worlds. You want to be put into unfamiliar places to make you uneasy. And this book, oh my God, this book makes you uneasy. So it's crime fiction. It's definitely noir. It checks every box for everything that I love to read. And if you can get a copy of it early, I get it. April 2026, this book comes out, a violent masterpiece, and it is indeed a violent masterpiece. So, Tom Duffy, I will be bringing this book over in the next couple of days so you can dive into it as well. I know, he's the one who got me into Jordan Harper to begin with, so I know he's going to enjoy that one. I did tell him last night, I'm like, I finished it, I'm like, oh, it was awful, I threw it in the garbage. He did not believe me. So anyway, Jordan Harper, and now I got to say it as a reader, as an annoying reader, I got to say, okay, well, I hope you're right in the next one, because when's the next one coming out? Even though we got 6 months until this one is even released. Phenomenal. 5 stars out of 5 stars. I'm not even giving this like a 4.9. Like, there was nothing in this book that I was like, nothing. No part of this dragged. I mean, the tension just up and up and up and up. It was just amazing. Every character you met, you're like, is this going to be some minor character? Is it going to be a major character? Is this person going to be killed? I mean, we're talking crime fiction. Is something bad going to happen to these people? I mean, something bad happens to all people, right? I mean, that's life. Loved it. All right. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this review, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to build up this YouTube to get there. So, Jordan Harper, hopefully I will see you again out there, and I will shake your hand and say, sir, you are probably my favorite author right now. Probably my favorite author right now. So, there you go. I kiss some ass. I don't care. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.